everyone else. I'm quite bouncy.
DC FanDome is the place to be.
Are you ready for more DC FanDome debuts? Stick around because we've got The Flash.
Okay, let's try this again.
My name is Barry Allen, and I am the fastest man alive.
I didn't save any of the tags, apparently.
My name is Barry Allen. I am the Flash.
Welcome to DC FanDome. I'm Chancellor Agard from Entertainment Weekly, and this is the Flash panel. Joining me today, we have Grant Gustin, who plays the Scarlet Spitzer himself, the Flash, aka Barry Allen. Candace Patton, who plays reporter extraordinaire Iris West Allen. Daniel Panabaker, who plays double duty as both Caitlin Snow and Frost. Carlos Valdez, who plays the ever-quotable mechanical engineer Cisco Ramon. Daniel Nicolay, who plays meta attorney Lucille Horton. Brandon McKnight, who plays enthusiastic scientist Chester P. Runk. And Kayla Compton, who plays Central City citizen
probably
Allegra Garcia.
I mean,
also we have showrunner and executive producer Eric Wallace. Hi, guys.
the archive of it is still up, but I guess the stream itself just got shut off. But I recorded that separately, so I'm going to upload that by itself.
With Bloodwork,
at least.
we were able to really drill down on Barry's story and on dealing with crisis. In the back half, we're able to really drill into Iris's character and Team Citizen and Eva's story.
Dude, that Darkseid, that was an up-close shot of Darkseid, and it looked great.
And for the cast,
I feel weird about him using a weapon, but it is young Darkseid. It is him before he dons the name Darkseid. So I'm not.
We got to, it gives the opportunity to really flesh out
I'm
this
sure we
world a
won't
little
see it
bit more
happen
and not
down the
spread
road
them out
either.
So much that you feel like you're sort of
Like I'm
filling
sure,
in
like when he
episodes.
actually appears, it'll be the fully realized Darkseid.
I think a show needs to change in order to grow.
As an actor too, it prevents fatigue throughout the season. 22 episodes is a long time, 9 months. And I think for us having this kind of break in the season where a new sort of story.
I think too many people are trying to get the ink to the people that it's just crashing the site.
Reinvigorated with the work.
The first half of the season was very much about sort of Barry's walk up to crisis and him dealing with his mortality.
I don't know how you're
Make sure to like and share and whatnot with this stream now, because we're pretty much starting over from scratch at this point.
In the first half of the season, especially with episodes like The Last Temptation.
That was
that line at the end was awesome.
I think it really
United.
was a good episode to show just
like, you ain't gonna
the
kick us.
culmination of
Fuck
all
you.
his emotions and the
Superman being in a
conflict
black
kind of
suit the
boiling
entire
over. I
time.
just felt really lucky with all the material they gave me in The Last Temptation of Barry Allen.
And on the flip side, we dug a lot more into Iris as a journalist. For you, Candace, what was it like to sort of explore that?
Black Adams after this.
Detail?
It was a long time coming. I think we've kind of teased Iris being this ace reporter since season 1. It's always kind of been put on the back
Yeah, he
burner,
definitely
so it was
kills
a
that
nice
hobo
treat
look,
to
man. I
finally
agree
have
with
it
you
be at
there.
the forefront of her character arc for the season. It's such a male-dominated cast. I love these guys, but having more women and having this kind of Charlie's Angels reporter team, it was really cool. It brought a new energy to the show, and I hope we carry on with that.
Ink to the People is down right now. You cannot get to it.
With Chester and Kayla, and we have 2 now series regulars coming into season 7. How was your experience sort of
I hope that
into a
is a
show
good sign that they might shorten the season orders.
I was intimidated.
I hope.
For sure.
I doubt
it
though.
I knew these guys were a family, and I was nervous. Danny was one of the first people that made me feel so welcome. Aww. We were shooting a scene, and she just took me under her wing instantly. And I remember she was like, "Do you want to take a picture?" And I was like, "Do I want to take a picture with you?" Yes. And then I got the courage to like ask other people to take pictures because she like made me feel so welcome instantly.
I was a big fan. I am a big fan of the show, and I watched the show. The Flash is my little sister's favorite superhero, so we watched the show since season 1. So I came in already like understanding what the show was about, like what the show's tone was, stuff like that. For me, it was more so just meeting everybody and trying to find my spot and my place without interrupting or changing too much.
And Brandon, I know in the past, Eric has talked about how Chester, he views sort of Chester, it's sort of like him, is he doesn't know science and all that. I'm curious, one, what conversations did you have with Eric about sort of crafting this performance as Chester? And 2,
I think a lot of it comes down to they barely get a break to work either, or like to do anything between seasons. And when they're in season and filming, the schedules are just so grueling, and like I've heard some nightmare stories just about like how garbage it is like sometimes to go through all of this stuff.
And anything, including the scientifically impossible, can and probably will happen.
Kayla, with Allegra, I'm curious, coming into the show, I mean, how did you sort of connect with your character, and in what ways did you relate to her?
The way I look at Allegra is that she just wants to fit in and belong somewhere, and I just super resonate with that. Family is really important to me, my friendships are really important to me, and belonging to something or having a community is just really important to me. So that was one of the first things that I like connected with Allegra. She just wants a family, and she like wants to belong, and she hasn't had that previously. And so I super resonate with her on that level.
For you, I guess
you're in the Flash family now.
Yeah.
Danielle, I mean, this season 6 was all about sort of Frost finding herself or finding a way to craft a life for herself. For you, what was it like to explore that journey with this character?
It was great. It was really fun to get to explore Killer Frost as a real character and a person and a human being with feelings and emotions, and not just necessarily this person who, you know, pops up for a fight and then disappears, and we don't really know her perspective on things. So it was really fun to get to dig in and flesh that out and have a little bit of fun with it. You know, like Candace was saying earlier, it's nice to have the variety after, you know, 6 seasons and 100 and I mean,
I'm just keeping an eye on the
episodes
on YouTube right now just to make sure it's like all weird.
Become a meta attorney for
how's the stream right now?
Like to see this character evolve from when she was initially introduced to where she is now.
It's a blast for me because I got to be
like, how's like the quality of it, the sound, the bit rate, all that? Is everything fine?
Meta defense attorney, and then from what I understand,
it's acting up weird. It's saying it's not getting enough data or something.
Is there something that you're hoping to do that you haven't gotten a chance to do on the show yet?
I have always, this is not news to anybody, Eric will not be surprised,
Thank you guys.
Wanted Cecile to be bad, just a little bit bad, forever, so just a little bit, because she's so good. If Cecile was, if we saw Bad Girl Cecile, unfortunately, I might, does not believe me. I might have to, as I am excuse myself. So he continues to not buy my pitches.
But I listen. I am listening.
And Carlos, I mean, this season 5 ended with him giving up his powers, and this season was very much about him figuring out what his role on the team was without those powers. After 5 seasons of Cisco's vibe, what was it like for you to explore this?
I'm still like every time it's like just wondering,
but I think it definitely
when it's going to be his final season.
I'm actually feeling a lot like Cisco these days because, like, you know, I'll have a fan that I'll like see on the street or whatever. They'll be like, "Yo, but vibe though, come on." You know, and I have to imagine Cisco's probably feeling very similarly. Like, I know.
The beginning of season 6 actually had an episode called Kiss Kiss Breach Breach, which was Cisco centric. And included on the DVD set coming out in August is a
Me
black
too.
and white version of that episode, and we have a clip from that episode. So let's check it out.
Me too.
You murdered my daughter! No, I didn't do it! I swear! Liar!
Believe me! Leave him alone!
Where did you get that?
In Cisco's workshop. I don't know how it got there.
I do. He just murdered my daughter with it.
Wow, right?
Pretty cool.
That was a good episode.
Carlos, an episode was so Cisco-centric about him dealing with Gypsy's death. What was it like leading the A-plot?
So gratifying to my budding narcissism.
On that note, we also have a sizzle reel for what's to come in season 7. When we last left off season 6, Eva McCulloch had gotten what she wanted, and she framed Sue.
Got a sizzle reel for season 7.
The sizzle will sort of tease what's to come when the show returns. So let's check out that clip.
I've achieved my goal. This company is all mine. You lost your speed? You're not much of a threat, are you? You just stay out of my way, Flash.
Iris is my wife. I have to save her.
What are you? I am a product of your broken mind.
How much speed do you have left?
Enough for a few hours. I need your help to build an artificial speed force. That's how I can get my speed back.
I was an empath too, only I never held back. What did you do to me? Imagine what you'd become if you weren't so afraid. This time, no one is coming to save you. Not your friends, not your husband. There's only 2 options in this place: survival or madness.
You lied.
Yeah, I lied.
Oh, frack.
There's a supersonic jet about to crash.
Holy shit.
Fast enough to stop it.
Eva can move anywhere, through any mirror in the universe, in the blink of an eye. She's faster than I am, and somehow I'm supposed to stop her?
Dude, I love that scene so much, man. When he's just venting like that about his powerlessness.
To liberate.
We need a plan.
We've all lost so much this year. Some things can't be taken. We still have our will to fight for those we love.
Keep watching. Keep trying to break me, because I'm not afraid of the woman that I am today. But you are, Eva.
Team Flash needs as many hands on deck as possible.
Well, now, Flash.
We go save Iris and our friends.
Get everybody back.
Eric, you talk about what we're seeing there.
When we had the shutdown happen, as unfortunate as it was, we were on the last day of filming for what would have been the 20th episode of last season, which now will become partially the first episode of season 7. So we did have 85% of the footage that we were able to use. Plus, also, we knew where we were going already in season 7. So even though it's only footage really from one episode, pay attention to the way it's presented. It's actually huge spoilers all over the place.
And that sizzle had a lot of Iris in it, a lot of Iris in the Mirrorverse. Candace, I mean, can you sort of, in your mind, I guess, how do you think her time in the Mirrorverse has sort of affected her?
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see when she comes out, and I believe she will come out very soon when we pick up season 7. It'll be very interesting to see how she's been affected by being kind of stuck in this maddening world with this super villain.
Preview showed that sort of Barry is sort of working as hard as he can to get his powers back, get his speed back. I mean, for you, do you think Barry has
Black
enjoyed
Adam
any part of not having his speed at this point, or
Oops,
do you think he
sorry.
really does just really misses it? I guess.
Yeah, no, I think he
Black
really
Adam
just misses
is
it,
in a couple of
especially
minutes.
with Iris being trapped in the Mirrorverse at the moment, and then Eva being a factor.
I mean, we've been
being
getting
part of
teases of Godspeed throughout
also just
season
enjoy
7
this
or 6,
downtime while I
7,
can.
6.
I think he
See, 6.
genuinely
Jesus,
not just
I don't
wants his
remember.
powers back, but he feels that
Yeah,
he needs
we've
them
been
back,
seeing
and
him
he's
like
also
periodically,
starting
not
to
the
feel
real Godspeed.
that
We've been
they
seeing
decline
like
him, and what is he
his
without
drones
them?
Big
multiple
bads
times. But
for
yes,
season
we will
7,
more than likely
Eric,
definitely get
what was it about
Godspeed.
Godspeed? You're like, oh, there's something there for that.
I want to make sure that new fans, especially
He's thick,
new young
man.
fans who are reading
He's got
the
a
comic
juice.
book
He's
right
got some
now,
juicy thighs there.
are welcomed to the show. So it's not just Silver Age villains and Bronze Age villains. There might be a young girl or a young boy who is reading those Flash comics right now and going, where's my villain, my generation's villain?
And with that, let's move on to some fan questions. Last season, we got to see some romantic moments between Barry and Iris, even though it was Mirror Iris. Will we get to see more of that with the real Iris this season? And this question comes from Jamaica.
They will find their way back to each other eventually. A lot of the romance and the chemistry between Grant and I has always been something even deeper than that. It's the way we look at each other and the way the characters are written.
For Grant, which from all over the world wanted to know this, when will we get to see the Flash in the iconic gold boots?
This might be a question for me, but really it's for Eric, because I don't know if this is saying too much, but if it were up to me, it would have been like 2 seasons ago. So.
Well, that'll do it for us today. Thank you all for joining me for this panel. I had a really good time. For everyone watching, please make sure you tune into The Flash when it returns in 2021. The Flash, the complete 6th season, is available now on digital and comes out on Blu-ray and DVD on August 25th.
All right, there we go. All the new footage in that sizzle was from one episode. Wow. That's hard to believe.
Cool place to be. You think you've seen it all?
But I'll take it. What do you think about the young dark side of Snyder? I think it looks awesome. It's weird for me because I've never personally seen Darkseid use a weapon, but it is young Darkseid. He does call him Uxas, or however you say his name, before he dons the name Darkseid, so it's fine. First, it looked great though. Don't get me wrong, the design's fantastic. Wait a minute, what? Oh, this isn't Black Lightning panel, right? This is a question between panels. It's got to be, right?
I would like to. I mean, honestly, as a nerd.
Oh Jesus! Wow.
The whole table of
I don't think I've ever seen him clean shaven.
Chills, and it would be cool to be like Justice League out. You know, that would be awesome. So I would love for that to happen. And as far as Henderson, you know, I don't know. I was not a fan of him going. So
yeah, me either. That hurt me when Henderson went down, man.
To be perfectly honest. So I would love for him to be revived, but I will go on record that I wanted him to not die.
Did we? I don't remember.
Comics have always been an aspiring.
God, it's been so long. I don't remember, man. I'm so used to him having the beard.
In so many ways over the years by incredible artists, including you. Let's take a look at some of your amazing art created by our talented fans right now.
Dude, you know, I hate shaving, and I also hate when my shit gets too long. But I wish I could grow a beard, man. I can't. It's so I'm so patchy. Nothing connects.
Adam art piece in there? I wonder what else might be in the store for Black
Sad
Adam.
stuff, man. All right, man. Here we go. What we got? What we got?
I've been waiting for this moment.
Oh, here we go.
For a very long time.
Yeah, like 10 years since I think it was announced.
This is the one. This is the one that's going to change everything. This is Black Adam.
Oh, we got a logo. What are we getting? What are we gonna get?
5,000 years ago, Kahndaq was a melting pot of cultures, wealth, power, and magic. Yet most of us had nothing, except for the chains around our
A lot
necks.
of heavy concept art. That's good enough for me.
Instead, they got me. I did what needed to be done, and they imprisoned me for it. Now, 5,000 years later, I'm free. And I give you my word. No one will ever stop me again.
Ooh. Ooh.
All right, what's up, everybody? And so happy to be joining you guys at the first ever DC FanDome. You guys are watching from around the world. You're excited. I'm excited. And I got to tell you, first of all, I got to give props to my two friends, Jim Lee and Boss Logic, who teamed up with me to create that really amazing piece that I was so proud to show you guys. Just to give you guys a little sense of the Black Adam movie that we plan to create and deliver for you. Now, I wish I could show you more, a lot more.
Shazam versus this guy is going to be freaking intense, man. I think they're going to have to bring in Henry and do the 2v1.
All of you around the world right
Let's
now
do
watching,
it.
I can
Let's make that
promise you this, I
happen.
give you my word that we are going
I don't know,
to go
man.
beyond your wildest
That could have been Eclipso. The gym, maybe.
So are mine. Look, at the end of the day, I truly have one boss that I aim to please, besides my wife and my daughters. And that boss, of course, is you guys, the fans, the audience. Always audience first in my book. All right, so I know you guys got a lot of questions.
Good man.
I'm going to do my best to answer as many as I can. Let's get this show on the road. Here we go. All right, the first question comes in from June Rodriguez of the United States. The question is, how powerful can we expect Black Adam to be? Well, great question, Jude. Thank you for asking that question. As we all know,
He didn't read the
Black
rest of it.
Adam is one of the most powerful superheroes, anti-heroes, villains, whatever you want to call Black Adam. He is one of the most powerful in the DC universe. But as we all know, the superheroes, they have to exhibit a little bit of restraint when it comes to taking care of the bad guys, if you will, or taking care of the people who are opposite them, who are opposing them, who are in their way. But this idea that you could take all of Black Adam's powers and he does not practice restraint, that makes for a really powerful combination, and one that's explosive, one that's very dangerous, and one that is ultimately, I think, very likable. To me, at least.
Of course.
All right, next question comes in from Jaden Marvel of Singapore. The question is, if you could take any DC character to join you in an adventure, who would it be and why? The number one choice on who I would love to take with me on an adventure would be Wonder Woman. And I'll tell you why. No, I know what you guys are thinking. Oh, of course you would, Rock. No. Look, Gal is my friend. She's a very good friend of mine. But the character of Wonder Woman is one that I have such a tremendous amount of respect for. I've always thought that this combination of Wonder Woman and Black Adam would make an incredible pairing. So this idea that we would go on an adventure together is something very cool. The other part to this answer is, you know, I always thought that it might be cool to hang out with Superman.
I knew that's on there.
We're kind of similar in terms of our powers, our strengths, our speeds. Because look, at the end of the day, you never know. Black Adam and Superman could become friends. Or they won't.
Yeah, they won't.
Who knows? Maybe we'll see. All right, this next question comes from Caleb Hammocks from the UK. The question is, out of all the characters you could have played, what is it about Black Adam that stuck out to you that makes him unique? It's a great question, Caleb. Thank you very much. Caleb or Caleb, I hope I pronounced your name right. You know, as many of you know, Black Adam has...
It's crazy when you think about how long ago it was when they first announced he would be playing Black Adam.
Over 10 years plus with myself, our producer, Hiram Garcia, who's the president of $7 Productions. I mean, this has been in our DNA and in our wiring for such a long time. One of the main things that I always loved and admired about Black Adam was, number one, he was an anti-hero. He is an anti-hero. I love that. I love that the line is a little blurred. I love that he doesn't toe the mark. I love that he doesn't walk the line. I love that he has his own sense of Black Adam justice. I also love the fact that his origins are that of a slave. When The origins are that of somebody who is enslaved, his people enslaved, his family enslaved, and he's felt the burdens and the pressures of a larger entity holding him down until he can't take it anymore. And when you come from that place, it's just a different energy and a vibe, different mana that you have. So I've always loved that about Black Adam, which informs how Black Adam operates, how he sees justice, how he delivers justice. And I've always appreciated that about Black Adam. Okay, this next great question is from Ayush Butola from India. I hope I pronounced your name right. So from India, thank you for this question. Will you stay faithful to the fact Black Adam, at the end of the day, is a ruthless keeper of justice and not a stereotypical villain or a hero? I love this question, and my stripped away, honest answer is yes. You know, as we all know, there's many variations and iterations of Black Adam that we have all fallen in love with over the years, over the years. And what I can promise you is the Black Adam that I feel in my heart is the right one to root our story in the beginning, this origin story. This is a character,
right? 10 years to come up with his answers for a lot of this stuff.
Loved, regardless of what variation of Black Adam you
I think
loved,
Black Adam would jive very well with Wonder Woman because of how like tied it is into like ancient like mythologies and stuff. I think that would make a really interesting pairing to kind of go back on what he was talking about before. And I'm wondering how many of other people we'll see in it.
Protect his family. So that is my answer, and thank you.
Hey, I forgot about the CNN panel. I don't know, man.
Right, so here we go.
Maybe. I doubt we'll see like a Man of Steel 2 thing today, but
it's a video question coming in.
But seriously, we need a
cool. Roll it.
Ah, man, we need Henry Cavill, man.
What's up, Dwayne? How you doing, man? My question is, I just
want to know how you're feeling
he's
in the movie, Atom Smasher.
Your squat game. I'm just curious.
Well, you know what? Look, I'm glad, Noah, that you said that, because there's a difference between coming for my squat game, different than, Atom Smasher coming for Black Adam's squat game. It's a big difference. So you know what? I welcome it, dude. Good to see you, man. How you been?
Good to see you too. I've been really good, man. Excited to be here. Excited to be a part of the team, man.
Man, it's so cool to have you be part of this team and to bring Atom Smasher to life, JSA to life, to bring this entire universe that we're going to
I've got like 17
well, talk to me a little bit about
claims on that stream. No takedown, though. Thank God.
How has that been going?
No strike. Thank God.
It's been really good. There's a lot of different precautions that we take now, but it's been a lot of training outside, on the tarmac or like on the turf, a lot of sled work. A lot of hypertrophy training, if you will. But it's just grinding. You know what that's like, man. It's just a lot of hard work and just trying to, do the best that I can to be ready to come and deliver when it's game day.
Man, you're going to crush this role. I can't wait. I love that you said that you're training on the tarmac, right? So, and the fact that you're on the tarmac means it's about 120 degrees on that tarmac.
Oh, it's warm down here.
Yeah, he does, right?
Really quickly, I know that a lot of fans.
He does kind of sound like Mark Ruffalo.
We are introducing JSA after all these years, and what is it about Atom Smasher, which by the way is one of my favorite characters, especially when you see him just grow so large and everything is like just so badass and powerful. What is it about the character that attracted you?
Man, I think Al, because the real name Al Rothstein. I feel like he really has something to prove, especially with his lineage of where his grandfather was kind of a villain, and he's got quite a spirit to just help. And what I love about the character is that he goes through this transformation throughout the film, where I think he's not expecting the world of being a superhero, because this is his first mission. It kind of just like hits him across the face, and so it's this journey that he goes on of what it means to be a superhero, and he gets to really see someone like Black Adam, who takes a different approach, clearly, to solving a problem or fighting bad guys. And it's an exciting character. It's a young character. It's a new, fresh face. And I don't mind being the size of the Eiffel Tower or the Empire State Building. That'd be pretty tight.
You know, I've seen some of the early like previs and renditions, and I got to tell you, it's so cool to see Atom Smasher next to Black Adam, and how, especially when your character, you know, just becomes even more powerful and he grows. It's just such an incredible visual to see Atom Smasher just so big and badass. And, you know, Black Adam just reduced. But it's awesome, man. And I'm so happy you're on board. And I know you've been working your ass off. And personally, for Meteor, I want to thank you so much for working so hard. This has been a passion project, a dream of mine for many, many years. So I thank you. My heart is full of gratitude, brother, for all the hard work that you're going to put in. And this is only the beginning. I can't wait to get on set with you, and we're going to crush this movie.
I'm so stoked, man. I can't wait. Thank you for having me aboard. So grateful, seriously.
Dude, if I close my eyes, I'd be like, dude, he sounds like a young Mark Ruffalo. I can just hear it now that you mentioned it. Would the gym thing be a concept trailer, be The Rock of Eternity?
And a lot of the questions were about the JSA, the Justice
if they have the JSA in there, it could very well be Eclipso.
And who from the JSA is going to be in our movie? Well, I don't want to reveal too much this early on.
Tell me.
But I thought this might answer some of your questions. Take a look. I have a knack for destroying bullies. But there are some who
Hawkman. Oh, shit.
Hawkman.
Dr. Fate. Oh, my God.
And their new recruits. Cyclone. Adam Smasher.
Holy shit.
They call themselves the Justice Society, an organization that believes in fighting for truth and justice. Well, I'm going to teach them that the only beliefs I fight for are mine. Welcome to Truth, Justice, and the Black Adam way.
Oh, I like that.
So,
holy
as you
shit.
guys can see, we are cooking up something pretty badass and certainly a lot of
holy
fun that
fuck,
we are
I didn't
all
expect
about
that,
to deliver
man.
to you guys. And I can't wait to show you more. But
he's probably going to kill him.
I want you guys to help me out with something. It's something that's pretty important. I need you guys to help me get a message out to some of the other ones. Some of the other DC superheroes. Let's let Flash, Shazam, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman. Let's let them know something. Things will never be the same, because the hierarchy of power in the DC universe is about to change.
Dude, fuck yes. That is one way to hype that shit up.
Wow, that was amazing. I'm so excited to see Dwayne Johnson as
Oh
Black
my God.
Adam. And with that, I'm going to hand this back
All right,
over
we got
to Aisha.
CNN
Take it away.
now.
Thank you, Lilyco. That was so cool. By the way, guys, Lilyco was a badass wrestler. You guys should totally check her out. Guys, we love hearing from you. Our DC
And then
fans
after
over
that
this, keep
is
tweeting
Titans.
us at #DC FanDome. Let's keep the conversation going.
After this next
And first,
thing is
here are more of
Titans.
your questions that are just begging for answers.
Do you relate to your character in real life? To who? To who?
I mean, I just
I missed that.
Astra is
Ah,
kind of my alter ego. I feel like I find her opposite to me in the sense that I am nowhere near as cutting and badass and kind of straight up and calculated.
Dude,
But I think it's an exciting and interesting.
we've got some
side of myself
awesome
that
shit coming our
I
way
find quite easy to go
in the
to,
next
so I think
couple
it
of
says
years.
Quite a lot about me.
Assuming the world
There's
doesn't
something under the
fucking
surface
end.
of wanting to be, you know, I'm naturally quite shy and reserved. So I think there's like a level under my own personality, which is on this.
No, I
going to
dealt with.
come out
I don't think
somewhere,
we're going
and
to
it's
see him in
coming
the
out
Snyder
through
cut.
This kind
I think
of
he's
sassy
calling out all the existing members in general that we know of, assuming they stay in the universe after everything.
Of the pandemic lockdown, I thought I'd
outside prepared for any possible situation, but even I only keep 6 months of toilet paper in my cave. It's becoming a problem.
How are you out of toilet paper?
Also,
I have no
I've started
idea.
talking to myself.
Toilet paper was an April problem. Now we're all out of flour.
I have flour. I have years of flour.
Really?
Yes.
Can I have some?
Maybe. Do you have any toilet paper?
I'm on my way to the store right now.
Thank you, Nicholas, for hanging out with us.
Store, the one on Finger Street. They've always got TP.
Thank you, Lego Me.
It's weird, right? It's weird that he's here.
It's weird that any of us are here. It's weird times. We just gotta keep it together. Get some toilet paper and make sure we wear our masks when
Casey,
we go out.
Suicide Squad hasn't been shown yet. We still got...
You are wearing the right kind of mask.
Future Batman.
Less than 2 hours before that shows up.
The most important parts of the mask off on purpose.
We get
Like an hour and 50 minutes before that panel.
Pandemic-wise.
Thank you.
I think.
I should know.
My math could be wrong,
Because
but
you're
yeah,
from
no,
the
we haven't
future.
seen it yet.
Yes, we understand.
Do you? And another thing.
Gee, do you think his connection got cut off? Or do you think our actions erased his timeline?
We can only hope.
Guys, today is all about the superheroes that we all love. And in that spirit, let's celebrate the men and women out there who don't get
I'm just
nearly enough
going
fanfare.
straight through
They suit up
everything
daily and
because
battle the
it's just
bad in the world in
easier
an
to
effort make
just
the universe a safer
power
place for
through
all of
all
us.
of this and
They
starting
wear
and
capes,
stopping the stream
they wear masks,
for
and their
just each
superpower
panel
is their
that
selfless
I don't
dedication
care
to
about.
others. They are the
I'm just
real-life
doing all of it.
superheroes in the fight against a global enemy, COVID-19. Take a look.
And that gives us some time to like chat or pee
Hey, I'm Anderson Cooper.
or
Enjoying
whatever.
your time here in the DC FanDome.
I
As you spend
love
today
all these
celebrating
like
your favorite
animated
DC
parody
superheroes,
things.
we'd like
They're
to
so
introduce you to
fucking
some
hilarious.
real-life heroes, everyday people who see a need and jump in to help. While COVID-19 continues to spread, so do the efforts of these incredible people who bring us hope and inspiration every day. CNN heroes salute some
Yeah, it
courageous
seems
and
like
innovative people working
it's just
together to get
like
us through the crisis.
they're
Now more than ever, the
really,
world needs
rather than trying to imitate what Marvel's doing, I think they're really innovating in how to approach
empathy
all
and
of this.
compassion are alive and well.
You know,
Around the world, people are coming up with creative ways to
I
stay
am
connected,
in West Virginia in the
to
US.
share resources, and to stay healthy. As healthcare workers risk their own lives battling the virus on the front lines, innovative citizens are turning passion projects into potentially life-saving ventures. One teenager's website has been tracking the virus since December.
It was really hard to just get the straight facts, so I decided that it would be kind of cool
So,
if I made a website to make the data more
this
accessible.
is
And in Italy, a company used their 3D printers
This
to
is a
build
20-minute
life-saving
panel.
respirator parts that were in dangerously short supply. For those
I mean,
whose
this is
work
honestly,
can't be
I
done from
respect
home,
them having a
CEOs
segment
and
like this.
leaders
This
are
is people that have really been
providing
This is people's lives at stake.
like
This isn't about
doing the best they
basketball. This
can
isn't
to
about
help
the
everybody in this stuff. Cheetah look. I thought it looked really good. I thought like the hair was a little, I don't know, like it looked kind of funky to me
what they can to help others.
in the face, but maybe in the action it's going to be pretty interesting. She looked more like, definitely more like a werecat. I don't know. I did like it though because I wanted her to go full cheetah. I was so worried that they were going to go the like half route or something like that. I've always really liked the full-on cheetah look for you know, cheetah and all that. So I liked it, but I don't think we got to see too much.
Even though we've been told to stay apart, the rallying call for prevention and protection brings us together on social media. As the country and the world navigate daily life during the
Try
pandemic,
refreshing
it's
it.
good to know that compassion continues to
Because
live
it seems everything seems fine on my side, at least at the moment. I know YouTube's been having some issues past couple of hours, or like within the last hour.
It's really hard right now.
I'm a DC Marvel person, so both companies are getting my money. Me too, Mackenzie. I love both.
Some of the good news is that
I support both. I love both, but I just prefer DC. I don't shit on Marvel or anything like that. I love the movies that they've been making. I just have been saddened by the lack of confidence that Warner Brothers has had in the DC stuff.
We rescue senior dogs that are in danger of euthanasia.
But it's just because I just want the best for DC, and I think we're finally getting there. I don't
we got the shelter in place
try to or want to press the whole Marvel versus DC thing, because I think that's immature and kind of dumb to like see it that way. I mean, it's just two different companies doing their own thing, and
was really amazing
they have each world is just a completely different set of philosophies. The way their approach to their heroes is completely different, and I think it opens itself up to what people want, and it gives them options. I like it. There's things I like about Marvel, the stuff I like about DC.
Working on protocols around contact-free meetings.
There he is, yeah.
We are having meet and greets, which are usually done in person.
Do you have any other questions for us right now?
I don't think so. I mean, I'm looking to adopt him, so.
Cool. We're doing those virtually.
My favorite Marvel character is Spider-Man. My favorite DC character is Batman.
So cute. Hi,
We were so excited because we did the interview
yeah.
I think like on Monday.
I mean, DC and Marvel always
had
had a playful rivalry. I mean, they had lunch together. The CEOs worked together. They would meet regularly in the early days of the company. They were friends. They openly stole ideas from each other. And it's not like they hid it. They talked about it. It's conversations that were had. I think it's mostly the like some segments of the fandom that really perpetuate this war between them, because I don't think there really is a war between them.
Bathe the dog. Put on a new harness. We're all wearing gloves and masks, and then we have a leash.
That's definitely the communities and segments like that. Okay, I misunderstood what you were saying. I'm sorry.
How's that feel? Congratulations. Thank you. It's
Rolling smiles and follow them and all the good things they do.
To actually see the first time
I have to take a look at that. The Titans panel is right after this.
In person. Because we've done the rest of it all virtually.
I'm kind of a little disappointed that we aren't hearing anything about the Green Lantern show that they had talked about and announced, or Justice League Dark, or
it's a great time if you've been thinking about adopting a dog.
But Strange Adventures, that was the other one they announced, and we haven't really heard anything since.
And focus on having somebody there.
All right,
other than just your brain.
I love doggos. I'm allergic to doggos, but I love doggos. But I'm going to take this moment
forward and move on from this
to evacuate
crisis mode. People really
other parts of me.
That dogs are there for us.
I'll be right back. Yeah.
During these uncertain
Yeah,
times.
right. I'm live streaming the whole thing, all 8 hours. I got blocked for a second, so I had to close the stream and restart it. The last part is up. It didn't get taken down, thankfully, so I just immediately started up another one. Seemed to be good for that so far. And yeah, I'm going to be going to the end. The final panel is the Batman, so we'll definitely be hanging in for that. But I will be right back, because I don't feel like I'm going to miss much. But bless all the people that did all this stuff.
It's still 35 degrees out in the morning. Basically started with a customer who was looking to get her paper closer to her house because she was afraid.
Lots of the Suicide Squad. I think it looks awesome. I think it looks fun. There's a lot of characters, and they said don't get attached to anybody, so I'm sure a bunch of them are going to die. They got King Shark in there who looks really cool. I love Margot Robbie's new outfits. I'm really hyped up for it. They really wanted to go into a lot of these like
3 adult communities.
Really
a lot of people in there that are
obscure characters and give them the light of day. A lot of ones, honestly, I hadn't heard about before.
I'm happy to go shop for it.
And it's going to be pretty cool.
To your home for free. This is silk almond milk.
Well, that's really cool. And people dog on bikers and stuff and all that junk, and I think they do so much like good for like communities, or at least a lot do.
You want to talk about a frontline worker? Marvin, the produce guy, is here every day. Awesome dude.
We appreciate you, Marvin.
We appreciate it. Plenty of help. 5:15, delivering the first of 5 deliveries for the evening. I'll see you soon, okay? Take care of yourself. Thank you so much. I'll give you a hug. You can see the excitement. It gives me chills. I've met just an unbelievable amount of beautiful, wonderful people.
He's fantastic.
I appreciate it. I got plenty more. Okay. I'll be right back. Thank you. It's honestly amazing how grateful they are. Picking up a handwritten list. This particular customer has issues with her eyes, so it's really hard for her to use email. Believe it or not, I can make this out.
Okay, thank you so much.
My pleasure. If you need anything else moving forward, please give me a call, okay? All right, take care of yourself. Good night.
I'm really excited to see Peter Capaldi as the Thinker, man.
Bubbles away in a pot ready to feed 1,000 people.
Dude, I'm really hyped up for that.
Across India, many daily wage workers struggle to afford food after the national lockdown stopped their incomes.
We are students studying in the UK, in Queen's University, Belfast.
Mohammed and his brother Sultan had been studying in Northern Ireland, but when lockdown was imposed, they flew home to Chennai and started the initiative Feed the Needy.
So we were thinking about how to make a difference on that.
I'm probably going to go back and add some timestamps to the other one just so it's easier for people to navigate if they go back and watch like these streams or whatever.
What they imagined they'd be doing right now.
I'm definitely going to upload some of our reactions separately.
And it's lucky that it has, for the thousands here waiting in line for much needed food.
Oh yeah? Funky? Awesome.
Public health crisis and the closure of more than
I wonder if they have
schools and countless
they would ever have Supergirl in a live action movie either by herself or along. I mean, they were planning on a Supergirl film for a little while. And then I know recently that's kind of been put on the back burner.
This champion pitmaster has used his love of barbecue to feed those in need for almost 10 years.
You guys need any meals?
His nonprofit, Operation Barbecue Relief, usually responds to
What's up, Casey? I think he looked great. I can't wait to see him like in his fully realized form, like when he's, you know, older and like the dark side we know, because Zack Snyder had said like obviously that's young dark side that we see in the teases, like his first attempt to capture Earth or whatever, and that was before he evolved into the being we know as Darkseid, which his original name is Uxas, I think. UXAS is what it is. So he's for that portion of his life, I think he looked really great. And I like how his like sternum kind of has the Omega symbol as part of his body.
To one of hope. He'd been forced to close one of his locations, laying off 40 employees.
In my 28 years of management, it was the most horrible thing I've ever had to do. When you're a small business owner, these aren't just your employees, they're the ones that are facilitating.
Dude, that looks really good.
Dream.
Batman looks so dark. A few images got leaked on Twitter, and the movie looks really dark. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I know it's going to be more grounded and emotional that they wanted to go with on it. And if they do the long Halloween stuff, that's going to be pretty interesting. Barry saving Iris made me happy. Plus, love the fact that we get to see it in the Snyder Cut. Me too. We'll be seeing more of each of the characters in the Snyder Cut. They'll have more to do. They'll have more development. They'll have more arcs. They'll have more just character in general.
All the hospital staff at the end together were just feeding more people.
Yes, Russianese. This is a tribute to real life heroes during this horrible period we are living in.
California and Pennsylvania.
The true advantage to the restaurant model is that it can be replicated across the United States. They're not all barbecue restaurants, but we're still providing that hot, comforting meal.
For him, this recipe is simple.
It keeps businesses open, it keeps people employed, and it keeps people fed. We can't do it all by ourselves. I mean, this is one of those things, we can do so much more together than we can divided.
From their dorm rooms in France, these young people are each giving a little of their time to help others. Meet Jessie. Like most 20-year-olds, she spends a lot of time on the phone.
Allô? Allô, Denise? Oui. Bonjour, comment allez-vous?
But on the other end of the line isn't a fellow student or friend.
I think they're going to do something more different with the Batman stuff because from what we know of, the Batman, just that film alone is going to have Riddler, Penguin, I think Scarecrow is in there. We know Catwoman's in it. There's already quite a few people we're going to be seeing in there.
Jessie had never volunteered before, but the website Mamie Boom brought these two generations together. In the Aquitaine region of France, several students at the University of Bordeaux created a radio station to broadcast to nursing homes.
Voici mon petit studio que je me suis créé avec ce que j'ai pu trouver. Donc là, le micro relié à un pied de batterie un peu bidouillé. Vous écoutez Radio Libellule.
Un trait d'union entre les générations.
They talk about history, sports, and classic music.
C'est une très belle initiative. J'en suis très contente, ça m'a beaucoup plu. Et des fleurs capiteuses.
This young student reads to them.
On y distinguait un goût puissant de résine et l'âcre saveur des eucalyptus.
Ça nous fait passer un bon moment dans ces journées qui sont quelquefois tristes.
Ça, c'est mon temps. C'est pas bruit, là.
The radio station broadcasts every Wednesday, giving these seniors a much-needed break to forget about their isolation. Many small steps for this 99-year-old man, a giant leap for the NHS. A whole nation rooted for British Army veteran Tom Moore to complete a personal marathon, 100 laps of his garden before his 100th birthday, raising money for the country's health service. He crossed the finish line with a guard of honor from his old regiment. He set out to raise 1,000 British pounds, but ended up raising tens of millions.
Fantastic sum of money. It's unbelievable that people will be so kind.
The money goes to the organization NHS Charities Together, which supports the UK's health workers who are already sending messages of thanks.
You're amazing!
While his 100th birthday was still days away, social media was already flooded with birthday messages to thank Captain Tom Moore for inspiring a nation.
We as human beings, we grieve all loss, and grieving takes a physical toll and a cognitive toll, as well as an emotional toll on us. But we can do things to support ourselves when we're having these feelings.
The way that we all can deal with grief constructively is to do something positive, to take action and protest peacefully. No justice! Or reaching out to help someone in need. Just do something to make this senseless situation into something meaningful so that you can grow through this and deal with this in a healthy way.
Exercise, walking, shooting hoops, riding your bike, getting physical is so important because it discharges the kinetic energy in your body that accompanies difficult emotions.
Relaxation, mindfulness, do some deep breathing, and try to manage those emotional thoughts. Try each day to feed yourself some positive inspiration or some wisdom.
The most important thing you can do is really talk. If you have a best friend or a therapist, you need to process all your feelings and get them out. Otherwise, they just stay inside and can cause physical harm, emotional harm.
Cuddle with your pets. Pets can be very nurturing and loving and supportive during this time. Continue.
Titans is
practices.
after this.
Try to keep your routines as normal as possible.
If you're feeling sad today, or
You think Darkseid and then Thanos could be best friends? No.
the weather, it comes and it
Not at
goes,
all.
and we have no control over it.
And remember that healing begins with you. Have a wonderful, blessed evening.
Don't allow yourself to be isolated during this time. As humans, it's so important that we connect to one another. Whenever we're going through a crisis, we're not meant to go through it alone.
All right.
I guarantee that Batman, Superman, Aquaman, and all the DC superheroes would bow to our medical service. Thank you so much for your bravery and your continued service.
Now let's take a deep dive into one of the biggest shows in the DC universe. Titans. Yep, the Titans are back. Nightwing, Robin, Beast Boy, Wonder Girl, Raven, Starfire, Hawk, Dove, Connor, and even the next big villain they'll be facing, Blackfire. They're all here. Plus, this epic cast is joined by executive producer Greg Walker to talk all things Titans, the past, present, and future. Let's check it out.
Hey everyone, I'm Damian Holbrook from TV Guide Magazine and TV Insider, and I am so excited to welcome you to DC FanDome, and you are watching the Titans panel. Titans are back, bitches! Woo! Let's introduce all of you along the way. We've got executive producer Greg Walker, Brenton Thwaites, who plays Dick Grayson, Tegan Croft, who plays Rachel, Anna Jope, who plays Corey Anders, Ryan Potter, who plays Gar Logan, Alan Richson, who plays Hank Hall, Minka Kelly, who plays Dawn Granger, our new guy, Joshua Orphan, who plays Connor, and Connor Leslie, who plays Donna, and then Curran Walters, who plays Jason Todd, and Damaris Lewis, who's coming in as Blackfire. We've got a list of some fan favorite moments. We're going to kick off with my choice because I'm the moderator and I get to say that.
All right, guys, let's see what we can get here.
There's so many great moments along these first two seasons, but the one I went with was Dawn taking down the meth lab in the second episode of season 2.
Here's my question. If you already did it on it, I don't want to. Roster list for the Suicide Squad game. Is it that one? The roster for the Suicide Squad game? Yeah, Titans is moving to HBO Max. Harley Quinn.
Please don't kill me.
Deadshot.
Where's your phone?
Boomerang. King Shark.
What's your emergency? There's a meth lab at 2751 Hollister Lane.
I liked all the Hawk and Dove episodes.
By
3 complete dip.
3 complete dip. So, you better have someone come down and arrest us. Thank you
anybody
for your
else?
time.
Your mother would be very
I mean, I think those would be the main ones I would want in there.
I have to give it up to
At
Orpheus.
least.
My stunt double really does all the work when it comes to having to navigate those wings, because the weight of them just takes you. So you really have to learn how to move with them when you're throwing yourself around. It's a fun challenge.
The first fan clip.
Young Justice will be as well. They said all DC Universe originals will be moving to HBO Max.
Corey, what are you? Stop.
No. No, I wasn't on mute for the CNN thing. We talked about some other stuff and just kind of multitask, went to the bathroom, some other junk.
I love the Corey and Donna friendship. It was something I remember reading about when I started.
There's not going to be one
and so when
in the long term, I guarantee it.
Kind of rocky. I wasn't even
because Jim Lee confirmed that
into this great friendship, and we kind of got a taste of that.
That all the original shows are going to be moving to HBO Max. But then again, here today they announced so many more animated shows are moving to DC Universe. So I don't know. I'm confused by all of that. But it's definitely dying.
Can resist.
All right, let's look at clip 2 from episode 6, Jason Todd.
Why are you doing this? Why do you even want to be Robin?
Are you kidding? This is the dopest gig ever. Hanging out with Batman, kicking bad guys' asses, being famous, driving the goddamn Batmobile.
He lets you drive the Batmobile? Wouldn't you rather have your own name? Like Sparrow or Blue Jay for Jason?
No. The whole point is being Robin. Batman needs Robin. Why do you think it makes us wear those lame colors? Because we're drawing fire. Look over here!
Yeah, me too about Beast Boy. He just keeps...
Trashing ass.
He hasn't really kind of... what, he did the snake once? He did the snake and then the tiger, and that's about it so far, I think.
Relationship. You know, in the build between them over the season, and season 2 even showed more. So I think that was probably the best scene that shows the relationship for sure.
I think that Dick is,
yeah,
he's annoyed by that and he's frustrated.
Yeah,
by
Lucifer's not on the DC universe, so it's fine.
To inspire him, to believe in the same things that he does.
I don't know, Hell Hydra. I don't know. They announced it moving to DC Universe, so I don't know what's going to happen there. But I think that there's definitely clear signs that DC Universe isn't going to be lasting forever.
To open up that channel and kind of put it on the table.
Yeah, I don't have high hopes for them like showing off anything new or giving us any hints or clues about a season 3.
You are.
The next clip is.
I know if you currently have DC Universe, you can, and you don't have an HBO Max account, you can combine them for like just a couple more dollars.
You're kind of an aren't you, kid?
Yeah, but you like me. Admit it.
Never gonna happen.
I missed out on that because I was already signed up for both, so I didn't get it.
What's hard about
I didn't get the
scene
discount.
Me, especially, I always love when it's Kurt and I, because he's in real life the most infectious, vivacious, effervescent soul I've ever met. Just so always fun to be around. Just doesn't have to be talking. talking. You're like,
same with you, Alan.
I'm here with you, you know. And so you know, it's always be the one like putting the lid on it. You know, the scenes is actually tough.
This next clip is
Yeah,
the
we don't.
scene,
Hold on.
with
Who
Crypto
said that?
and Connor with the Luther strike.
What happened to the member? No, not that one. There's no talk of a Birds of Prey sequel, so I don't know why they have a panel. As far as I know, according to the schedule, there isn't. We don't have a Birds of Prey panel.
Hey! Shut up! Stop that! What are you doing?
So I'm not. Yeah, I'm not sure about how that works. I know there's like a very specific conditions. I don't think you can have an account on either in order to get the bonus. Who's the best Robin? I mean, honestly, my two favorites are Dick Grayson and Damian. Yeah, I'm not going to be surprised if this stream gets blocked because they're just showing footage out the ass on this thing. It's just straight from the show. There, I mean, it's, as far as I know, it's already confirmed they're making a sequel. It hasn't started production or anything like that, but I remember the director saying they were moving forward on a sequel.
That scene and probably of the episode. So whenever you're in a scene
there
with
it is.
him, like nothing can go wrong, man.
Okay, and then the last clip that we have is from episode 5 Together.
Where's Dick? I don't know.
Corey?
Stand back.